with liberty and justice for all. As we continue this series and ponder what it means for us today to both hold to this ideal as well as grieve the ways we have fallen short of it, we cannot continue without spending time with the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. and the civil rights movement of the 1960s. Jailed on Good Friday, 1963, for nonviolent demonstrations in Birmingham, Alabama, Reverend King writes a deeply theological letter in response to a statement published in a local newspaper by 8 white clergymen who, despite believing that segregation was wrong, called the protests unwise and untimely and said the place to fight the discrimination was in the courts. 2 of those 8 signers were the Episcopal bishop and bishop coadjutor of Alabama. They criticized outside agitators and referred to them as extremists. Reverend King was one of those outsiders. He writes a letter responding not just as a minister on theological grounds, but also as an activist on political, moral, and legal grounds. As you learn about and listen to his letter, think about the demonstrations and calls for justice going forth in our own day. Think about the calls from so many white people that claim the demonstrations are unwise and untimely, who say that Colin Kaepernick's nonviolent, kneeling criticism of the treatment of Black Americans was extreme. What is the role of nonviolent direct action in the pursuit of liberty and justice for all today? How are we to respond to it? What is the role of that tension that Dr. King spoke about creating? And then, lift every voice and sing. I encourage you to listen to many different versions of this song, enough to let the words and aspirations and hope fill you with a new understanding.